Hey guys, good afternoon. And I got a new mic. Okay, so I got a new mic, and I hope you guys can hear me much better. I even feel like it's saying it's too loud, so I'm putting it down. And let me know if y'all think it's too loud. I will bring it back up. But yeah, so I hope people can hear me now. All right, so let's go figure out that. I still haven't figured out the chat problem. Oh yeah, we did come with oh man, as soon as I started, give me a second, I have a call. I'm gonna mute myself for a bit. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I had to take an important call. Okay, so let's continue. And oh yeah, I told you guys last time that I will put my chat, so that way y'all will stop telling me I'm ignoring the chat. So I am gonna have to open this on my phone because I have no choice. Otherwise, I cannot see the chat. It's not showing a thing. Okay, there we go. So that's much easier for me. Okay, so we're working on the titles now. So like these buttons we see here. Oh no, these buttons that we see here will actually be titles, potential titles that we can have. So let's me do that. So the menu buttons for, not for this one, but for Screen UI. Okay, we're gonna block one of these that are showing. So in info for our titles. Okay, so our stats panel we're gonna make invisible. Oh, it's already invisible. So what's showing behind there is clearly our stats panel. A job. Oh my gosh, that's a job panel. Okay, so now it's invisible. Hold on a second. Again, another call. I'm sorry. Everyone's calling me now that I started my stream. Okay, sorry, we're back again. Um, yeah, so let's go to here and let's see what are the different titles that we can have. So let's name them. You can have, I actually have it already listed down. Let me just get it quickly in my notes, my 1,000 notes. Okay, so now this one. Oh, this I have to do today as well. Let me put it here to remember. Okay, yeah, so these are our titles. So let me put alpha. We also have the better title. You can also have a premium title if you're Roblox Premium. You can have the fruit picker title. You can have a contributor title for all the people who've contributed during the stream. I am talking about like valid contributions. um, okay, so we're gonna add more later. So these are those we're gonna add to set it up, and later on, I mean, that's very easy to do. So let's go right here and change the text for those buttons. Alpha. beta, premium, fruit picker. Anyways, hi. You are correct, but for now we're going to be going with this one. So next is contributor. Oops. Contributor. Yeah, our ugly looking UI. I'm so sad. I'm crying. Okay, so we're going to. I'm wondering if we should set a font for each of them, or just leave it. I mean the size. Let's see text scale versus setting a size so that it can look more uniform. We do not want it wrapped. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like this for now. Yeah, we are going to be changing the UI. I think I mentioned that before, that the UI is usually the last thing that I work on. But some people were saying, like you, they're turned off by the UI, even if we're just in alpha mode. So I decided to put this for now until I find the perfect UI that I want. So contributor. Okay, so these are the buttons. We're gonna make them the size of this a little smaller, maybe 0.075. Okay, so maybe add. Okay, but then I have to do this on all of them. I'm gonna put a UI corner on each of them. Maybe more round. If you want fully round, I just put like 50. uh I think 25 is max, yeah, for round. So we're gonna put that UI corner on all of them. Okay. Some of that we might need some padding for, like, especially contributor. The final version, as I said, you guys will find out eventually, but for now, this is pretty much about picking an orchard. Oops, we have to take this out for a bit. It's pretty much about an orchard. Okay, let's see where you're picking stuff. Hi. Oh, hey, what's up? Hi. Yeah, so you'll be picking things from the tree. You'll be picking stuff and making money from that. I was about to say, where's my money? But I forgot that I actually put my money in the bank. So that's why I only have $50. So we're picking stuff and we're working here for now. And you can see your stats on your job information. So my job as a fruit picker, um okay, we'll put this here for now so that way it's a little more out of the way. So the job title, fruit picker, and I have done 319 days on this job. I only hit the quota 12 times and loaded 5 boxes. Another day has passed, so let me go back to working. Okay, so let's go and yeah, so I'm gonna fill this box and put. Okay, so I have another call. I told you guys today, ever since I started streaming, people have been calling me nonstop. No one was calling me when I wasn't streaming. Hold on a second, please. Yeah, sorry. So I'm back and now. So let's go back to um to work. Yeah, so it's pretty much this first part is there's gonna be different types of jobs for you to make money, and yeah, and you can put your money in the bank. As for the rest, I'm not telling you guys, you'll find out along the way. So everything I do, I show you guys how to do it, and I said if you have questions you can ask me. So let's put some more money in the bank. And why you want to put your money in the bank, you guys will find out later. So we're gonna put, like, look at this UI, it's very ugly looking as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put let's put $55 in the bank. Okay, so now in the bank I've got oops, that's my inventory. Yeah, so we have to open that yeah, we have to put back our all our UI are being redone because they're all looking ugly like the one you guys just saw at the bank. So we're slowly changing them. All right, so yeah, so that was just to show you what we're doing pretty much. um so what we're working on now is the UI to change your title in game. So we're going to be changing our title. So if you in the chat, so if I press play, I'll show you guys again by what title I mean. There's both titles. So in the chat, when you say something, if you say hello, see, I have the alpha title that I'm using. So you can change your title if you have it available, and also you can also change your title on your username as well, which is the next thing that we will be doing. Okay, so let me just set this panel. Let's go back to our properties, and we're gonna set this panel to invisible. Oops, the whole thing to invisible. By default, we do want our yeah, so by default we want all of this to be visible, the stats. So not the title by default, but for now, since we're working on title, we need this one. So when we click on this, we want to be able to change our title. Hi, gonna add screen pop-ups when stuff is collected off trees. Well, to know if they're gonna be pop up, you can check your inventory. So if you want to check, let me just make this invisible so you can see what I mean. You will see that they're being added to your inventory while you pick. So if I go, I'm running super fast because I'm far. Yeah, so like if you have your inventory open, like you can see that your apples are going up or that oranges are going up. So like if you're not sure, you can just check your inventory. It would be going up if you're picking things, because it would go to your inventory. Okay, so let's go back to the title UI. Okay, so when you want to click this, so we're gonna do the title in the chat. So we already have it done, so we're just going to adjust this. So we're going to go to the chat title would be in our player script, in our starter player. Chat tags. So it's already prepared, honestly. So we have here to set to, if our attribute changed the name tag, that it changes to whatever is up there. So we have to say when on attribute change as well. So here we have all our name tags. We have our chat service. Whenever we get an incoming messages, it changes it to add that name tag. And it automatically gets the player's name tag here. Okay, so now something that we need to do is change the names that we put here. So we have to go back to our UI, info, titles. Okay, and the same names that we use here, we're going to use the very same names here to make it easy. So alpha is correct, beta is correct, premium is correct, fruit picker. Oh wow, because I contribute. So they're all automatically correct. So yeah, I had already prepared this code before in the past. So if you're alpha, you have a different color. The chat, your chat color will be different as well. So that's why so this one is prepared. So let's test it out in our buttons. So we're gonna now script the buttons to click so that we can change our title in the chat. So right here in the titles, we change this from job info to titles, and I'm going to put a script, a local script. Obviously, we're going to, now we're just making sure we can change title, but then all of these titles are not automatically unlocked. So the players will only be able to put titles that are unlocked. If you're not premium, you should not be able to put on the premium title, for example, or if you're not contributor, you cannot use a contributor title. Okay, so let's just directly go to this script. So local titles will be equal to, let's put our script up here. Local titles equals script dot parent dot titles, and that's the titles UI. So we're gonna do one, well, there's no point doing one at a time. We can actually do all of these at the same time. So we're gonna do a for loop. In that case, we're gonna do get children, and now we're gonna do a for loop. Why do you ask? I learned it off. Watching other people scripting, and when I don't know something, I just go in the LUA documentation. Otherwise, I did not learn you. I learned it on my own. I did not learn it at school. I learned other languages at school, which made LUA easier to understand for me. Okay, so our titles UI, we get, so now we're getting all these children here, but some of them are not buttons, so we're going to check to test that they are all buttons. So let's go by let's do our for. So for all the children, so child in I pairs of the titles UI, we're gonna do this. So first we're gonna check whether or not it's a button. Oh, okay, I see. Well, it was a lot of practice. I think I spent many months and I almost gave up. I will be honest with you. I almost gave up trying to learn Lua because it was looking like so hard. Because I was saying, this is easy because I already know a lot of other programming languages. But then when I was getting to it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so hard, and I kept giving up many times. I'll tell you, but don't give up. Practice. Every time before I gave up, I had done some practice, and then I gave up. Then I practiced something else, and I gave up. But all of that practice, it accumulates, and eventually you're gonna get it. Because it takes time, especially if you didn't learn it in an academical setting. It will take you a bit more time to get normal. But like even now, I still forget a lot of things. But the thing about it is being able to just go and check in the using learning how to use the documentation. That's the best thing. If you know how to use the documentation, you're set to go. But yeah, to be able to use the documentation, you kind of need to get the structure of it. So I wouldn't say that I'm that advanced, but I know how to go and find stuff and understand what I found and how to use it and implement it. Okay, so each child in the titles UI. So we're gonna say if the child, we're gonna make sure that has the class, not dot class name. So if the class name is text button equals text button. So if it is a text button, then that's when we're going to put we're going to say what to do. And yeah, of course the UI is almost always right. So we'll be doing child dot mouse button. The child is a button, yeah. So we'll just put here local button equals child. Here we're gonna put button right there, text button. Even if it's not, that's not a problem. But at least when here we're manipulating it, it's easy to find. So here we're gonna do child dot mouse button one up, and we're gonna connect a function. And what we're going to do here is set the attribute of the player. So we need to find the player. In order to do this, we need to find our player. So at the very top, we're going to do local player equals game dot players dot local player. And then right under, we're going to set player dot set attribute. And we're going to set the attribute name tag. And we're going to set it to the button name. So then child.name. Okay, so let's test that out. So we're gonna test out if we choose the premium title, what happens is hello. We're still alpha. So where our name tag is still not correct. So let's go back in our local script and see what's happening here. Oh yeah, so this is what's happening, sorry. In our where are you? Our chat tags is local. Okay, so we have to make sure that the attribute name is the same. So I'm copying this deliberately so that I make sure I don't misspell something. And here we're gonna do child.name. Okay, and then here it goes to find name tag. Okay, so here let's do testing so that every time we click on the button that it tells us what the name tag should be. Okay, so I have too much stuff. Let's just to close some of them. Too many things, many buttons. We don't need this anymore. Yeah, so this one that we are working on, let's see, set attribute name tag child.name. We're gonna do a print. Before that, we're gonna do a print. Print child.name to make sure that we're getting the correct name of our button. So let's go. Oh, we have an issue here on line 6. That was this one. Okay, so what's child.name? Okay, so the issue was with our child.name. So let's go and find out. So if we click on something, we want to check, tell it what's child.name. So child.name is fruit picker, child.name is contributor. Oh, contributor is spelled wrong. Alpha, okay, beta. Okay, so let's go say something. Okay, it's fine. So we're pretty good. Our issues we do have some Harry's fruit picker title, and it also takes the color that we had prepared, premium as well. Okay, and it has the color that we had prepared. Contributor is spelled incorrectly. So we've tried beta. Let's try alpha. Hi, hello. Okay, so our alpha title is working. Alpha, beta, fruit picker, premium. So only contributor has an error because we misspelled somewhere. So see, it's actually causing an error in the chat just because it couldn't find it. So we also have to make sure that if that happens during the game, that we don't to fix this, because if not, the player who chose a misspelled one will not be able to chat again at all, ever again. Look, I cannot chat. Okay, so let's go deal with that. First, let's fix our spelling error. So we have a spelling error in contributor. Yep, it has an ER, but it's supposed to be OR. Okay, so now that this is fixed, the second thing to fix is in our chat tags, we want to make sure that if, like we had a spelling error, so if it doesn't find anything, to use a default color. So our color here Okay, so I'm just checking. Oh, because this is blocking a little. Okay, so if a name tag, we should say is not nil. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna reproduce that error. We're deliberately going to reproduce the error to make sure that the player can still chat in that case. So let's go and go back to the Explorer. Okay, I like my properties on this side of the screen, but for some reason it just won't dock anymore. Okay, so let's go back to well, we have everything here. I wanted only some of them. I wanted only properties, but everything is here. Let's put toolbox, and we're gonna put our Explorer back here. Okay, and you go in this one. Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna reproduce the error contributor with an E, and let's see if we can fix this. Okay, so premium, I'm fine, but if I go contributor, I should still be able to chat. So we still have so index nil with color in chat tags line 4D. So that means it's still going there. Because that name tag does not exist. So we have to do print name tag. Okay, because we found a name tag. Okay, I see. I got it. So what we will do is instead of putting name tag, we have to check if this one exists. So if name tag so if it found it here. Okay, so let's try this one to fix it. You made changes. Would you like to keep the changes? Yes. But it did not keep it. Okay, so we're going to check whether or not we actually found the correct name tag. Not that there is a name tag, to avoid errors in the future when we're adding more tags, for example. Okay, so we can chat pretty well. So if I go on titles and I choose premium, okay, if I choose contributor, yeah, we should be back to normal, no tag at all. Okay, because this one is not going. All right, so now let's fix our contributor error. So now we know we're safe for potential errors. Okay, so let's make sure contributor is fine. Titles, contributor, and we're gonna say contributor. Okay, so we're good. All right, so we're done with our chat tags. Now we want to also change our tag on the player. So we also want to change the tag on the player's head. So let's make this invisible. We don't want the output, we just want the, oh, we finally got it to go back in place. I thought it would never go back. Okay, so we're going to go to properties, and I'm gonna make this invisible. Okay, so now let's go to the um I already have that script somewhere. It's in okay, maybe it's not in screen GUI. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's in character scripts or not. Let's try server scripts. I have like so much stuff. Okay, character display. So character display, let's put that on. We're gonna enable our character display. It's a billboard on top of the player's head. And let's just review our script for the character display. So when the player joins, their name distance is 0, character added, billboard. Okay, so now this is changed because I copied this from another game. So of course we don't have points. So let's readjust this frame. Okay, one attribute changed. For attributes change, we're going to check player get attribute points, but that's not what we're gonna get. We want the name tag. Name tag, get their name tag, and then billboard frame level label or text. We're just gonna put the name tag, and we could also change the color depending. So we're actually going to use this. We're going to reuse this same table here. We could put this in a separate script so that we can use not include a require, but we're just gonna use it this way. Use the same type of way for in the chat. Okay, so now that we're going to find name tags, dot text will be equal to if name tags. If it finds that name tag in there, okay, that's when we're going to do something. If it doesn't find it, just ignore the change to avoid errors. If this, then I keep doing if do for some reason. So many for loops. Okay, so if then, so billboard. So we change that text to we're changing that text to this one dot tag. And we might also change the color. We're gonna actually reuse this to change the color as well, but let's first test this out. So we're going to remove some things that we don't have any points. So the first thing we'll do is get the player attribute, player distance, character added. So we got the billboard, we got the player.display name for this one. Okay, so that's the level label. We're gonna change that in a bit. Okay, so we're gonna take their name tag, same as here. We want to collect the name tag, and we're going to show the name tag. So this text will actually just be our name tag, no points. So our name tag. So we do not want to get okay, so we'll put this right here just like it previously was. Okay, we might have to remove some of these. So let's take a look. Okay, so Granny Seeker. I do not have a name tag. So let's go to our titles. And then if I choose Fruit Picker, it's not. Oh yeah, we doing an attribute change in the on the local host. So even if this is let's see our output. Yeah, I was about to say it because it's on the player. It should be both local and because the player is carrying this information around. Okay, so let's go here, and it says attempt to index nil with user ID. Oh, it always does that. I know how to. That's a later thing to fix. Assign property text. So here, unable to assign property text, string expected got nil. So we got nil with name tag, which means the player has no name tag. So we should also say if name tag right here. So actually, if not name tag, then just return false. We don't need to do anything in here if there is no name tag. Billboard doesn't want to be under there, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot to end. Yeah, so end our if statement. Okay, so let's go see what updates we've got. Unable to assign property text, string expected got nil. Go back here to character display. Okay, so and instead of if not, we another way to deal with this is if the type of, if it keeps telling you that it's nil, then you can do if type of this equals nil. So oops, I wrote nil equals nil. Then we return false. Are we checking the wrong thing? Oh, the billboard. Go back, go back. We're using it too fast. We're using it before we have it. So the billboard up here is using name tag as well. So this code which we had there, it goes underneath. And this player attribute change, we're going to put it above. And let's do that. I already see a potential error, but we're going to fix it in a bit. Okay, so titles, fruit picker. So we're able to change. Let's go and check our player. We're going to find me, Lixi's mom here, and then we're going to check what our attributes are. Okay, it's not showing our attributes. Poor me. Okay, no attributes have been added yet, is what it said. La la la. Okay, but we definitely did change this. So we're gonna put this outside, and we're gonna create a function, local function set name tag, and we're gonna move all this script into there. Only the name tag path. Okay, so we don't have our player, and we don't have our billboard. Okay, so it will be in the player's head. So we'll give it the name billboard just so that we can find it. Actually we'll call it child display just so we can find it here. So local billboard equals player dot character dot head dot character display. Okay, and then we're gonna change the name tag. All right, so here we can just call this script, and here we can do the very same thing. Oh, so we kind of have to put this in there. put it under here, and here delete all of that and call the same function. Okay, Control A, Alt Shift F to fix your script. Having good indentation helps to recognize errors as well. Okay, so let's go check that if attribute change, set name tag player. Okay, let us see output. Okay, so we're definitely fine in this one. I'm thinking I might need to add some play multiple players to test this. But we're not getting it. We want to get it on our player character display. So we're gonna do a test, and here we're going to do when attribute change, print attribute. I just realized yeah, that this is okay, that's fine too. So let's just print the attribute because I feel like we're never entering into that function. So let's see. Okay, so here we entered many times, but we don't enter after we've changed title. Oh yeah, it does say. Okay, that's not in the correct script, so I'm gonna delete that. Okay, hold on a second. Just gonna mute while I take a call. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry. I have to take a call, and I might have to take another call later, and I will have to leave really soon. Um, yeah, I know usually you guys see when I have a problem, I come back and it's already resolved. You guys didn't see the solution. You can always ask me because, it's much easier to concentrate when I'm not chatting during the stream. That is why if you guys see, like, I make some progress every time I while I'm off stream sometimes, just letting you know. You can still ask me how did I solve it in the end, etc. Okay, so let's go back to this player added issue with our character display. So when an attribute has been changed, set name tag. Okay, we said attribute, but we want to find what the name tag is. Let's actually tell it to not give us the attribute, but give us what name tag what the name tag is of the player. So the attribute and the name tag as well. So let's to make sure that it comes from this line. So there was a place that was doing a print. Okay, so we don't want this print anymore. This is working fine. Let's just change the name of this script. So I'm going to change the name, and we can close the script because it's done. The script is change title. Okay, so our change title script is good, so we don't need it anymore. So now we're going back to our character display when that name tag is changed. Okay, so we'll do a print. Let's see, so that we can debug. Okay, it's always nil. So that's what I'm seeing here, is that it's always nil and it's never changed. So let's go here and put something. Let's put beta, for example, and let's change we even make it fruit picker. And now let's go to change something. Attempt to index nil with visible, so we'll go back to that. Let's go change an attribute so that we can so inventory, and then it's nil. So it's continuously nil, so it's never finding our name tag. Because we're doing this locally and we're not doing it on the server, so we have to go and send a signal to the server that we have changed our name tag. Okay, so let's create that event. So we're going to go to remote events. We're going to go to replicated storage. Replicated storage events. We're going to add a new remote event. And this event is going to be called update name tag. Okay, so this update name tag event, we're going to be using it to update our name tag when it's done in that script that we just closed. We can actually do it here as well in any of these locations. So we will just do it here in the chat tags. You know what? So that we can keep them separate, let's go and do it in the correct script. So the script that I just closed, we have to find it. It was not the okay. So that was in character display. Our buttons. So it was our buttons script. I just gave it a name. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna check our GUI because y'all know I have the worst memory ever. Even if I just put it, I already forgot the name. So in info titles, so the change title script. So when we change our title, we're going to call this event. So local change name tag event will be equals to game.replicated storage.event.change name tag. What do we call it? We call it name tag something. Update name tag. So our update name tag event. So then every time we change that attribute, we're going to update. So change name tag event. So we're going to fire to the server. and we're gonna pass, we're already gonna have the player, so we're just gonna pass the name tag, which will be this child.name. Okay, so then we're going to go back to our character display, and we're changing this entire script. So under there, we're going to we're gonna collect that same event. Okay, we're gonna name it here. We're gonna delete the script on top after we've completed it below. So the change name tag event, on server event, we're going to connect a function, and this is where we're going to be doing all of this. So we collected, we're gonna have the player by default, which is the player, and we're also going to have the name tag. So these are the two informations that we will have. And then we created a function up here, which is awesome. So we have player event, and we're also going to pass player event and the player and the name tag. Okay, so up here we'll also do the same. Make sure we collect the name tag. So we're no longer going to get the name tag from the player attributes, because for some reason it's just not reading those attributes when it has been changed. So let's do name tag. By the way, I just realized we could directly, I was lost for a while, actually a long time, because we're not following the structure that we have done for all the other things, which was to save it to the player data, and we would be collecting the player data, and that's where we would be getting that information from, and not passing it like this. Because when the player closes the game and they come back to play the game, we don't want them to be changing name tag again. So like whatever name tag you chose before, you should be able to go back to that very same name tag. So I realized we've been doing the wrong thing all along. But we will continue on this one and go, and then so that we can see our name tag before we do anything else. Okay, so here we said once that event has been called, we're going to set the name tag. So we have player and name tag. So the name tag is no longer this, we already have it, we've passed it, and we're checking whether we have oh, so that's not what we should have been checking here. We should have been checking if name tags name tag is equals nil, then we return false. And now the display board, we can get that on the player, and then we change the text on there. So now player added, we will put all of this in toggle for now. We will put back player added, and then get from their player data. So as soon as the player loads, we would be putting whatever they have in the data as their name tag. So in the meantime, let's just try this one and see what we've got. I don't even have a character display anymore. Oh my. You can't find my head. Wow. So apparently it cannot find my head. It's not a valid member of meshpat head character display. So yeah, because we originally did this script, we didn't add it. So we commented too many things. We need to add it, which is here. And this is what we're gonna comment this. We commented too many things. And let's just put here alpha for now by default, because we didn't set a default name tag. Okay, so here we see for by default we have alpha. So now we're good, but we don't want the name tag like this. We want it the same way that we wrote it up here. So we have to say name tag dot tag. So let's go back to where we set our name tag. So it will be this dot tag, small t. All right, so next we're gonna change the color as well. So we're gonna change the color to follow the color that we have up there. So dot color. We're gonna copy. We're gonna copy paste from our titles. Not in the workspace. Ow. Okay, so now this title. So let's go back to clear chat tags. So color, I have to keep moving this around. It's a little troublesome. Oh my, it's time for me to go. I have to go because it's almost 8 o'clock and I have to bring this guy snacks. So anyways, thank y'all for watching. I know I'll be done by the next time we stream because